what's happening now is normal behavior. Yep, what's happening is that the area is maturing, whether we like it or not. And this property here, even though you wouldn't think it'd be worth a penny, it's nestled between highways and dumps. That now, what I thought would have happened, frankly, years ago, is that they're raising the rent. Taking off. So, just crashed my brand new Sea-Wind because that's what happens on flight number 6. And that's life. It does look repairable. So, happy about that. If I can get the wheels up, I'll play with that a little later on today. If I can get the wheels up, that's probably going to be the end of it. It won't get flown anywhere else other than the lake once it gets repaired. But it's very repairable. So, happy about that. And yeah, I just laugh because this and golf and all these other endeavors out there are allegories for life. You know, some days are diamonds and some days are stones, some days are chickens, some days is feathers, and today is feathers. But you know, yeah, there again, I'm no Oz, but I'll be able to repair it and have her back up in the air. Don't know when. I'm not going to get in any giant hurry. But yeah, shout outs, Rowdies. Hope you're doing well. AMRC, fun to talk with you now these days. Romania looks beautiful wherever it is you're at. Of course, George. Who else? Stephen. McMoyer. Scott in the tube deep. I think it was doing outside loops yesterday. In his old Sally, I thought he had put his new Sally together. He's trying to get adhesives, trying new adhesives to use other than the go-to stuff we've been using. Perhaps an effort to be able to lay hands on it easier and maybe even be cheaper. Now this is the new zip tie fix instead of the O-rings. Yeah, it's funny. What do I tell people? Get a picture of your new aircraft because it's never going to look like that again. Right? Eventually you're going to ding it if you fly it. I just dinged this one early. Lost orientation. Happens. What else? Just going to fly some stuff out here and hang out, and might go home a little bit early and see if I can resurrect the gear on this thing. Repair, get the landing gear squared away, so I can at least get it hung back on the wall. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it the saddle area, the area up underneath the prop where when it crashed, it kind of almost crashed flat. It takes that engine boom and it knocks it down right behind the cockpit and it slices and dices it up. Well, I used a really nice piece of plastic on the old one, but I don't know. I'm going to have to do some fabrication, but that'll be, honestly, it's probably going to be for next year when I get home. I don't think I have the time to be screwing around with that stuff right now. "23 days from leaving." But I'm one of them people that don't like stuff sitting around neither busted, so let's see how that goes. Got out here this morning and one of our club members is already here. I saw him walk between the vehicles and I couldn't see sign of him having already been here. And it made me a little nervous, but I saw how he was backed in and the vehicle was shiny. That's the vehicle. I go, well, must be a club member, deducing. And sure enough.
30 seconds.
Alrighty, let's bring her in and we'll fly another plane. Landing!
Throttle hold.
Yeah, that's not going to bend over anymore when I crash. Russell, I'll just be on that end. Well, we don't want to hear that.
Telemetry lost.
How's Eric? No, get rid of this stuff. You can't take it with you.
Yeah,
it's
let
going
the
to get
kids clean it.
It's going to get rid of. It's going to be gotten rid of anyway. Lighten your load. I'm telling you, when Sherba and I come back from taking off, when Sherba and I come back from this is $135 to the door.
Yeah, this is the one that you sent me all the links to. I've been waiting to see it fly.
Every season when we come back, we get rid of more and more because it's the right thing to do. And when you go to move, you're going to need to get rid of stuff anyway.
Yep.
So yeah, ask around, see if anybody wants it. If they don't, I assure you, if you put it on Facebook Marketplace,
It'll disappear real quick.
Yeah, somebody will actually want the thing. They I mean, I'm talking about want it.
Right.
So
well, I'm willing to let it go. It's a dust collector. Yeah. I've had it for 40 years.
Yeah, there's a great. I'm telling you, Eric, it's cathartic getting rid of stuff.
Well,
it really is.
My Yadros and stuff, I'm not there yet. I got lots of beautiful Waterford crystal and stuff. I'm not getting rid of it.
And truly, if you love it,
well, it's part of my family.
You
came
keep
from my
it.
mother, so it means something.
Yeah,
I'm not ready for that disconnect.
Yeah. If you love it, you keep it, right?
Yep.
Isn't that thing neat?
Yep. Wise, it looks very locked in.
These are all made for beginners, and it actually creates a problem. Like that Huey back there,
right.
I have zero yaw control.
Okay.
By the way, they just started selling the 3D version of it. Oh, there's plenty of yaw control there.
I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, your helicopter?
Yeah.
I put it in the thing. Somebody took it and left all of the spare parts. Then somebody took all the spare parts, and then somebody took the transmitter. So it literally got pieced out.
Oh, good. You know, sitting in my house, like we just talked about, collecting dust is horrifying to me. It ain't doing me no good. So they'll use the servos, they'll use something out of it, right?
Oh, no, my guess is they're going to fly it, but that's fine. Yeah, I looked at it and said, you know what, I appreciate the fact that you offered it to me, and I held on to it for weeks. But I looked at it and said, you know what, dude, do you really want to do this again?
Never going to get into that shit again. This is fun to me. This is where I wanted it to be, frankly, 15 years ago with this scale type stuff.
Right.
I never really was that interested in 3D at all. In fact, I never did 3D. I never even tried to go to 3D.
Right.
Right.
So let me ask you something, ask for the opposite part of you.
Okay.
If I get into this Lakes of Mount Dora, start a little RC club and start flying little stuff at first and have a little corner to fly in, you think I'll get in trouble?
What do you mean, in your yard?
In the subdivision.
The answer is I don't know, because you're going to actually...
If you're testing the waters for sure.
What you do is read their bylaws. If they say anything about not being able to fly radio control, then that'll address it. But if it doesn't say anything, and you're doodling around in your yard.
Well, no, not in my yard. I'm going to find a little corner of the subdivision to be in, because it's lots of water and little bits of open fields.
Yeah.
And that's where I'll fly. They got a ball field. Fly on the ball field, maybe.
Yeah, give it a whirl. I actually just got this question yesterday from a friend of mine. He lives adjacent. He butts up against a subdivision.
Right.
And there's no signs that say HOA only or anything, and there's like public access in there. And I said, if you don't have any signs that say go away, fly.
Until they tell you you can.
And then if they tell you to go away, you go, I cannot thank you enough for the opportunity to have flown here. Love you, bye.
Right.
Yeah, you don't be a dick.
No, got to be nice.
Yeah, 130, this was 135 to the door with one battery. I bought a couple extra batteries.
Well, you're as OCD as I am.
Yeah, you know what I did? I bought parts for these things aren't as fragile as the ones that you and I used to fly.
Oh my God! You know how many helicopters I've torn
really
apart?
strong. You can knock the heck out of them.
I'm shocked at how well these things do.
They really got them good now.
Where do they put the tariff on that?
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be $135 to your
These
door.
are under 800,
The
so
tariffs aren't going to do anything except raise the prices.
of everything.
Of everything. I'm so fucking pissed.
what you need,
Get buyer's remorse.
what you do need to do though
Yeah.
is I'm going to share this with you. If you don't remember any BS I shared with you today, remember this. Read. Don't do bullet points. So right now,
Yeah.
anything up under 800 bucks is not being tariffed, and they probably will leave it that way. China can absorb some of this, even over 800. But yeah, don't freak out, fall out, or freeze up yet. Do yourself a favor. Don't put up with bullet points. Read. You have more information on your fingertips on your phone.
Yeah, the problem is you just don't know it. It's only as good as the guy that typed it.
Or it's only as good as the decision they made this week, right? They may tariff everything under 800 bucks.
Did you see MS? I watch a lot of MSNBC.
I don't watch any of that shit.
Oh my God, dude, they're firing all the ethnic people. It's like, oh my God, man, Jonathan Capehart gone.
Landing.
My girl, the Asian girl, she's gone. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, I've been on the earth long enough now where I see pendulums swing.
All the suck up to the president. Because they don't want to be seen as a trouble.
Exactly.
I've been on the earth long enough to have seen that pendulum swing all over the place right now. You guys, old pal Brian. Put the Huey up for a bit, maybe. Okay.
8.4 volts. Throttle active. High rates, high rates.
Old Brian takeoff. Is that what we call that? It's in nanny mode because it's a little windy out here. Just lovely. There's Eric's. Let's see if I can get that shot that you're always after, right? I left my landing pad at home. Shame on me. Is that the shot? It's the lightest. I'm going to use the term 1080p loosely. The lightest camera that they make. It's I forget how many grams, but you get. But it's interpolated 720 is the actual. I think 720 is what you get, but they must interpolate it up. But that fits on my little Twisted Hobbies aircraft, and this one it doesn't fit on any of the other little ones. But yeah, so you video your little flight and pretend like you're in the helicopter, right? Right now it's suffering, you see it jerking?
Yeah.
That's the nanny mode. It's using optical flow.
Oh, okay.
It's trying to find something similar on the ground. It takes a picture and it tries to find it again. You can see it seeking. And usually I shut it off, but right now it's a little breezy for this small of a helicopter.
Now they have it on GPS.
And that's $600. This is 220 to the door, and And if you want or need the GPS, you can. I think it's around 600 for the other versions of this that have GPS. Is the least expensive. You get up around 800. It's just like that Seawind. That Seawind was $300 when it came out here. I refused. I said, I'll wreck a $300 airplane. But when it got down to 175, I says, I'm in. So it doesn't hurt my feelings too bad to wreck a $175 plane. But yeah, these things are great. Unfortunately, these are for beginners mostly. So I need a little more yaw control. That's all I got. Right? The next one that comes out, it's this one, is 3D. I really don't need 3D, but I wouldn't mind having the yaw control that the 3D would offer, right? But yeah, these are fun. I mean, it's scale. Look at it.
Yeah, it's very nice.
But to make them for a broader audience, they're nanny. They're nanny pretty bad. Who's that?
7.7 volts.
That's another nice thing. This one has telemetry, battery telemetry. So
It's 2S?
Yeah, 2S. It's got battery telemetry, and you can hook it up to here. So it tells me how much gas I got left. Just lovely. Almost looks real, except for there's a giant camera on top of it. All right, let's bring her in. She's dummy proof. Now it has a landing feature, but I never use any of that stuff. Landing.
Low battery. 7.5 volts. Throttle pumping.
Nice.
No battery.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Telemetry lost. Throttle warning. Switch warning. Flight mode 3.
Recording. Hey guys, y'all, pal Brian. Back with the Puddle Star. And yes, I'm still smarting from having crashed my little airplane, but it is fixable.
12.5 volts. Throttle active. Throttle active.
Flying north. That thing fly better with So what I did was I took the O-rings out of
12.1 volts.
took the O-rings out of the prop savers and replaced them with cheap Hobby King zip ties. And that is working. Russell has a jet up, and I'm going to stay out of his way. Where do you land it?
11.9 volts.
Yeah, we were just discussing, they double the rent out here. So in the coming years, you're going to have to pay, $300 to come out here for a year, or not. And that sounded a little close. So I'm going to have to figure that one out.
11.9 volts.
I have a club about the same distance from my house in Tavares called Larks Lake Aircraft. I don't know. Anyway, I've been out there before. And all right, I need to consider the virtues of whether I want to switch out of this for the money and go out there and fly a fabric field with significantly less amenities, or continue to come out here for a couple $100 a year. Our concern is that we're probably on the way out here. Probably.
Man, I had it on safe like the whole first few minutes of the flight. I didn't realize it was on safe. I was like, man, that's flying weird.
I've done that before.
I had it on safe. I never had it on safe.
Russell is complaining that he had his jet on safe and didn't know it.
11.7 volts.
Well, if it's going to be too windy, I don't want to drill my Icon. If it's too windy to fly the Icon, then I'll fly these little guys for a bit and then go home and do some surgery on my airplane and lick my wounds. What am I going to use for the saddle part
11.4 volts.
on that plane? I don't know. Some kind of plastic. I don't know. Hey, give me something to do next year when I get home. Ooh, that sun is bright.
11.4 volts.
That's why I'm better off flying these guys. You've heard my contention before, and that's I don't want expensive airplanes. I'm inconsistent in my flying. I don't want to end up in a situation where I kill a $800 SR-71 Blackbird, which is exactly what I would do.
11.2 volts.
I swear, guys, these things fly better without prop savers. I mean, significantly better. Huh.
11.2 volts.
Yeah, one of the complaints by one of the other Twisted Hobby guys on the thread was that they felt that the props flexed in the air. Yeah, I think I might slip by, yeah, I hate having broke stuff. So what I want to do
11.2 volts.
is most likely teach myself to not just put it back together, but take my time in putting it back together and put it back together right and make it look as good as I can, you know, because it got flexed. The paint got flexed.
Volts.
Alrighty, well, it's fun flying this thing, but it's time to come in. Landing.
Throttle hold.
Yeah, I like
Throttle
that.
hold.
The zip ties is a great solution.
11.3 volts.
All right, back in a flash with something else, I think. See you.